Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey.
Welcome to episode 32 of Bourbon Trail Tales and Tastes. And if you were with us last week, this is still March 24th of 2023. We left Boundary Oak Distillery and headed to Bardstown, Kentucky to visit the Willett Distillery. This earned us our 28th stamp on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, and it was our 36th distillery to visit. And we've been there a couple of times since then. The day we went initially, it was pouring down rain. We had to use umbrellas, so my pictures are very limited outdoors, I will say. But indoors, we got some nice pictures. We did a full tour, so we were able to see some things. But besides the rain, what do you remember about it that day?
I just remember the rain. I just remember that it was really coming down. We had umbrellas up. You know, we walked around. I vaguely remember because all I could think about is I really don't want to be doing this because it's so wet. But the facility was nice.
But at least it wasn't hot.
At least it wasn't hot. That's true. You know, there's not just a happy medium. But it was a nice place. Well, with the tour, I mean, a lot of it was fairly basic stuff you would normally see. Got to see the vats with the mash. We ended up seeing the still. I think it's a pot still.
Yeah, it is a pot still.
It's a gigantic pot still.
Nice size. We got a picture in front of it, which was pretty nice. People did that for you. They kind of lined you up so everybody get their picture, which is fun. Our tour guide also, one of the rooms we stopped in had a bunch of decanters.
Yes.
Which I thought were gorgeous. We have a lot of decanters and we're fascinated by that. So I didn't realize Willett would have decanters from back then. So that was kind of surprising to me. After
the tour was over, we went into the tasting room to have what was a fairly good cross-section.
It's huge.
Of tasting. And it made me appreciate, they have one that I got hooked on, and I still really like it, is the old Bardstown Bottle and Bond. And I want to say it was $28
Yeah,
there.
I think that's correct.
And I'll tell you, for the price, it's one of the better bourbons I've found. It's outstanding. We haven't had it in a while, but it's really, really good.
Well, and I just say too, there were several things which is one of the reasons we bought so many things. There were several things that were under $40.
Yes.
And several things that were like under $50. I mean, you go a lot of these, I get you're trying to make some money, but sometimes you can't quite afford to buy very many things. We felt like we could, we weren't buying any Willett Purple Top, if you know anything about that, but we got pretty much one of any of their normal stuff. We didn't have any allocated or anything like that, but we did get one of their ryes. We've had quite a bit of some of the other ones that we've had over the time, but the one we're going to taste today, we've never opened since that day is the only time we ever tasted it. So that's why we picked one today. It's really tough when we bought like 6 different things and we're trying to pick out what we're going to taste for this series. And we really try to pick something that we've never opened before that we bought that day. So that's what happens.
And one last thing they had is in the very back corner, I think it's the area where we started the tour at. They had this little corner where you can get coffee. And I cannot remember what coffee they used, but it was really, really good. It was outstanding.
They have a little cocktail bar there too, don't they?
I believe so,
yeah. So you can get like simple cocktails, like an old fashioned, some basic things.
So it's a great combo. You can get drunk, sober up. You can get drunk, sober up. You could
Which we try not to do. I don't think I've ever had a cocktail there. Now, I will say the bar at Willett is supposed to be phenomenal. And we've been to Bardstown. I can't tell how many times we've been to Bardstown because I probably lost count. But every time we go to Bardstown, if we have anything in our schedule, in advance, I try to see if we can you have to have a reservation to go into the bar at Willett. And they only serve food at certain days. And I've heard there are certain things they do that are just like mouth-watering good, and you've got to get it. You can only get the burger if you get there a certain time. And it's just all these things that I hear, and I've never had it. We've been doing the trail for over 3 years. So
not open, not booked, closed, burned down.
Yeah, because we've gone in after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's before, and they're typically closed during that time frame. So we get it. Give some employees some time off. That's a good thing. I get it. But we're just saying it's still on our bucket list to be able to go up to the bar at Willett sometime. And so we're going to recommend it, even though we haven't done it. So how about that?
I think it'll be on our bucket list, but it's kind of going to be like the bucket challenge. I'll end up all wet. So, honey, let's talk about what we're going to taste.
Yeah, like I said, we had to narrow it down, so we bought so much that day. And some of the things we finished, which doesn't happen a lot with us, that we finish bottles off because we drink them, but we're always like, we don't want it to go away. We want to keep some. But this one had not been opened, so we're going to do the Noah here. So let me tell you a little bit about this particular bottle. This is Noah's Mill Bourbon. It's known for having a pretty complex, full-bodied bourbon, so we'll see how that works out. It is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey made by Willett. Their mash bill is 72% corn, 13% rye, and 15% malted barley. They use a 125 barrel entry proof, which is the highest you can go. It is non-age stated. The proof on this one is 114.3. And the MSRP is $68. So again, for a higher proof, but it is non-age stated, $68. And that's what we paid for it in March of 2023 at the distillery. It's one of their many offerings that pays homage to things in the area. I think the mill is still there on the property. You can see it over to the side. We did get some good pictures of that one time we were there in the sunshine. That was quite nice. Maybe I'll pull those pictures too, just so you can see it. And I'm sure that's what this one pays homage to, is Noah's Mill. Let's take a look at it. I would say this is kind of a medium amber.
Medium?
Yeah.
I should just, like, whatever she says, I'll just
be quiet. You tell me what else you're seeing.
I'm seeing a glass. It is a medium amber, I would agree.
I'm not getting much in the way of legs yet, but it looks like I might be trying. So let's check out the nose while I'm waiting to see if these legs form.
It's very light.
I was going to say I'm getting some proof on the nose.
Okay. I find it to be very floral.
I'm getting hints of like a chocolate. It's kind of almost toffee-like is what I'm getting, because it's not really like a milk chocolate. It's more like a toffee, like the inside of a Heath bar, kind of, so to speak.
If I'm pulling anything, it's like a caramel, but it's mixed in with a floral. It's like a caramel flower. I'm digging the nose, and I can see what you're talking about with chocolate. Maybe it's the power of suggestion, but I understand it, because you could have said, well, I pick up oleander. I'd be like, you're nuts.
Well, and I don't get a lot of chocolate on the nose, but it's probably more toffee than chocolate, as I really started thinking of it. But I just wanted to point out that these legs are heavy, very heavy legs. That's why they're taking so long to drip, because it's such thick viscosity on it. It's just kind of working its way. It's a hefty leg. I'm hoping that's going to really do something on the flavor here. So I'm kind of ready to taste it.
All right, well, let's go ahead and give this stuff a taste.
To Noah's Mill.
Noah's Mill. Cheers.
That's got some nice things happening.
Oh yeah, and the proof is there, and there is chocolate.
Yeah. Kind of toffee-like, chocolate covered toffee.
There's a little bit of a spiciness. I've been on a run recently with spicy type stuff. I'm really digging this. It is probably a good thing that we did not open this until today, because I have a feeling that if we had opened this earlier, it would not be here right now. This is really good.
Well, part of the problem is I've tried to organize our shelves by distillery. I know some people organize their shelves by type of whiskey. Some do it strictly by size of the bottle. This is so to accommodate, they have some taller bottles. I had to use a lower shelf, and so I just don't think we've been down and looked there that much.
Right, and honestly, I mean, it sounds silly, but I'm going to go back once again. That old Bardstown bottle and bond.
Oh yeah,
I got so hooked on that's really, as far as Willett goes, that's my favorite. It's the same time.
I will say it was the same time you were really loving the pot still too.
Yes, and
because early on Wayne was not into anything higher proof.
No,
and you'd like it to be a little softer, so you love the Bardstown bottle and bond at 100, and you love that pot still. Yeah, I mean, I know it's very it's very dividing. Who likes the pot still? Who hates the pot still? But you know, first of all, it's a great looking bottle, so you just got to enjoy that. We even have little baby bottles.
We
of it.
we have the big one, the average one, and the itty bitty baby one. So we've got the whole family, and it's been a while. We poured it a while back. It's okay. I don't understand why people hate it.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I can understand people not having it as their everyday go-to.
Oh, sure.
But it's fine, you know, and the bottles just get you. I mean, the bottle's just cool.
This has got some great notes. Like I said, that toffee thing happening. And the legs did foreshadow what a great viscosity this has. It has a really soft, viscous mouthfeel. It's really allowing you to take in those flavors probably a little bit better than you could if it didn't have that going on. And I'm really appreciating the mouthfeel.
A little bit of cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
There's I don't know if it's barrel notes that I'm picking up. It's not like an orange or a lemon zest or anything like that. I believe I'm getting some barrel notes in there.
Could be. Let's go ahead and take another sip and think about the finish. Now, it's funny. On the end of my tongue that time, I got some zesty notes, which I had not gotten previously. Sometimes your palate just has to warm up a little bit. But that taste right then was right on the tip of my tongue, literally. But I got a little zesty note. But I'm still getting that kind of chocolate-covered toffee thing happening. The finish is very nice. I think it's because it's so nice and viscous. It's really lasting. I agree with you, Wayne. I'm getting some of the barrel notes on the finish, which is nice.
This is really good.
This
is really good.
I don't think it drinks 114. I think it drinks more like 105, 110, because it's really smooth. And that could be because of the viscosity. It could be because of the mash bill, the percentage of everything, but it's just smooth.
It is very smooth. It's as smooth as a baby's bottom.
I don't usually drink that, just saying. But I like it. I think it's a good one. I'm really happy we opened this today.
It's one that I'll be curious what it evolves into. This is really good. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, so if you're in Bardstown, I just want to say this is in Bardstown. It's pretty simple to get to. I mean, if you've not been to Bardstown recently, there are so many distilleries right there in that little area. And it's not a huge town, but they've got a huge number of hotels now. And they got great places to eat, and they've got great bars to visit. And Bardstown is one of our favorite places to go. I think probably our two favorites, probably going to Louisville and then Bardstown. And both of them because there are so many things to do and see, eat and drink, and it's all this really nice proximity. You don't have to do a bunch of driving. And that's one of the nice things about going there. So if you're planning a trip on the Bourbon Trail, I highly recommend putting Bardstown on there because there's so many stops along the way. We have to go out there probably in the next month or so to be able to do some of those things. So,
which is going to be tough because we've got a lot of bourbon stuff coming up. So anyway.
But we're going to be in Bardstown for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
That's true.
No, but we're going out early. So we will have a few days to do things in Bardstown before the Bourbon Festival starts.
True.
So we will investigate and come back and give you more info.
Anyway, to Willett, this is a really good bottle. This is a very pleasant surprise. You have a great little place. Cheers to all of you out there. Always remember to drink responsibly. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe button. Cheers and have a great day.
Cheers.